Welcome to the Armani Talks YouTube channel. I'm your host, Armani Talks. In this channel, we're covering communication skills 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to help you level up your confidence, charisma, and brand presence. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome aboard, and be sure to hit that subscribe right down below, along with that bell notification so you never miss a video again. Today's topic is going to regard how to become better in front of the camera. Better yet, how to overcome camera shyness in the first place. Camera shyness is one of those problems that we never knew that we had. And what does this exactly mean? Well, public speaking is the #1 fear on the planet, and we're aware if we have this fear. And the reason that we're aware that we have this fear is because at one point or another in our lives, we had to give a speech, whether it was formal or whether it was informal. A formal speech is a class presentation, and an informal speech is where our teacher makes us go around the class. She's like, today's the first day of class. Let's all introduce ourselves and drop an interesting fact about ourselves. I hated those. And that's an informal speech. If you felt uncomfortable with either one or both, then you're aware that you have a problem with speech anxiety. But with the camera, very rarely are you put in a position where you have to speak in front of the camera. So you may be struggling with camera shyness, and you may have no clue that you have this problem. You have no clue until you have this gnawing desire to start a YouTube channel, to spread your message. Yet, every single time that you're thinking about uploading the video, you keep self-sabotaging yourself. You keep saying stuff like, nah, this video isn't perfect. I forgot this point. I'll upload it tomorrow, and next week, next month, and then boom, you forgot. That's when you may start realizing that you have the problem of camera shyness. Another time that you realize you have this problem is when you picked up a new job, a new role that requires you to speak in front of the camera. For the most part, whenever you're speaking to humans, you feel comfortable. You have this warm, attractive personality. But every time you're in front of the camera, you see that little red recording button on, you're just like, hey guys, how are you doing? And at that point, you start discovering that you have camera shyness problem as well. So whatever the case is, you start realizing at one point or another that speaking in front of the camera is not natural. Anyone that you consider great in front of the camera who has a strong video presence, you are evaluating them in their journey. Not in the beginning of their journey, but throughout their journey. They could be 500 videos in, and that's where you're evaluating them from, mistaking them as, they were always charismatic like that. Absolutely not. Anyone that is cultivating a relationship with the camera, we all start off at that same point. And you know what that point is? That point is where we're thinking, man, this is awkward as shit. I mean, here I am speaking in front of a lifeless piece of technology, and I'm supposed to be this warm, attractive individual. It doesn't feel right. Now, if you don't believe me, imagine just picking up a lifeless piece of technology in your house. Pick up a calculator, and with this calculator, you have to have a conversation with it. Be funny to this calculator. Hello there, calculator. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. And I said knock, knock. Aren't you going to ask me who's there? And immediately, if something doesn't feel right, the dynamic feels off. Why does the dynamic feel off? It's because this is a human to technology communication. And in the grand scheme of history, when you're breaking it down, human to technology communication is this. From the entire realm, this little piece right here. So you're in that phase right now where you're creating this new form of communication that hasn't existed to people before you. You see what I'm saying? Therefore, we all meet at that same point where it's extremely awkward. For a speech, you know when your joke is funny. You know when a joke fell flat. In front of the camera, you have no clue. Therefore, the first part of overcoming camera shyness is accepting that you have camera shyness and understanding that there's nothing weird about it. It's 100% normal to have camera shyness, and anyone that's telling you they've never felt weird speaking in front of the camera, they're either lying or they forgot their struggles. I'm just keeping it real. Now, with that out of the way, what next? How do you fix this issue? Because you still want to start this YouTube channel, you still have to speak in front of the camera for your new job. What do you do about it? Well, what you do about it, from my personal experience, is you have two phases. You have the dark phase and the light phase. What does this mean? Well, the dark phase is what I call your practice zone. And in this practice zone, what you do is you give yourself the permission to record videos in your own whim. You do this behind the scenes. You don't have to upload any of these videos. You can record these videos in your phone, in front of your laptop, in front of a professional camera, whatever. This is the dark zone, the part that's hidden away from the masses. And in here, you're going to experiment. You're going to create your voice. But more importantly, you're going to cultivate a relationship with the camera in the first place. What's good, camera? I'm supposed to become friends with you. All right, what should I talk about today? Aren't you going to give me any ideas? All right, I'll think of the idea myself. All right, I'm going to talk about this. And now you're going to, cultivate this relationship with the camera. You're starting to treat it like a friend. Now, any relationship at first, is it automatically warm? Is it automatically a great relationship? No. There's a lot of parts of formalities before you reach the informalities. Your closest friends. Or are you guys always cracking jokes, playing pranks on one another? No. The first time that you guys were meeting each other, you guys were extremely formal. And it's the same thing with the camera. In the early stages, you are working your way up to building rapport with the camera. And you do this by having a dark period that's hidden away from the public. Here, you're recording 30-second videos, 45-second videos, 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, doesn't matter. Do whatever works best for you, but make sure you're finishing videos from beginning to end. This allows you to not only create a relationship with the camera, but you're also learning how to think. You're also learning how to vocalize. You're also learning how to be a little bit more entertaining, have a more colorful personality. This all happens behind the scenes. Now, eventually, the bright lights are going to be on. I have this big light hitting my face right now, aka the bright lights. Now, for these videos, it's different from the dark parts, because from the dark parts, I said that you don't have to upload anything. But for the light parts, you gotta upload. You gotta hit that publish button. I don't care how great you are in front of the camera behind the scenes. If you don't hit that publish button, then you have not, and I repeat, you have not conquered your camera shyness. That's what kills a lot of people. They want perfection. And their version of perfection is truly stemmed from fear. They're scared of hitting that publish button, even though they want to, because they feel as though they're going to get a mean comment. So why not address that from the get-go? Let's address that mean comment. What do you think is going to happen? You think you're going to upload videos and no one is going to have anything negative to say about you? I mean, when you ask yourself a question like that, you start realizing how ridiculous that is. Wait a minute, there's billions of people on this planet, billions of people on the internet. I'm expecting no one to criticize me? That's idiotic. And the more that you can come into terms with that idiotic belief that everything is going to go well, no one is going to criticize you, the more that you can understand for yourself that it's an idiotic sentiment, the more you're going to be like, man, fuck it, hit that upload button. And you hit upload, and the first video that you hit upload for, the closer that you're overcoming your camera shyness. Just that one video, that's what gets the ball rolling. It's that little snowball. And when you start uploading more and more videos, you start cultivating a stronger relationship with the camera. You start looking out for micro nuances on when you're getting tired, when the camera light is getting too hot, when you feel as though you're straying off point. But all that stuff is not going to happen if you are stuck in the dark parts. You eventually need to bring the dark parts into light. That's when you know you're overcoming camera shyness. And the more videos that you do, the better that you're going to get. That's all it comes down to. It's just a game of putting in your reps and just keep doing video after video after video. And what's unique about this is that the more that you're cultivating this relationship in front of the camera for yourself, the more that others feel like you're having a one-on-one conversation with them. That's the power of videos. Videos allows other people to see your eyes, hear your tonality, see your face. I mean, there's a stronger connection. From a lot of people that watch your videos, a lot of them are just going to dip. But there's going to be a few people that are glued to your videos, that watch your videos all the time. And these are the people that are officially becoming a part of your tribe. You guys are cultivating a relationship because video is one of the most powerful forms of media out there. The fact that you're gradually overcoming your camera shyness now, in the information age, is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. So what you just want to keep on doing is get your dark phases out of the way. I recommend 50 videos. That's what I personally did. 50 videos behind the scenes before you make your first YouTube video live. It doesn't have to be YouTube. It could also be Instagram story, Snapchat, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, you need to get to a point where you upload the video and put yourself out there. Because unless you put yourself out there, then you're always going to be struggling with that fear. That's not what we do on this channel. We overcome the fear of communication skills, problems, one step at a time, one video at a time, and one rep at a time. If today's video helped you, make sure you help me back by dropping that like button right on below, and you share this video so other people can create videos themselves. Thank you for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel, and I'll catch you on the next episode.